from the bottom to the top. This is your NCL Getaway Ship Tour, and that is what's next. This is the second time we've been on this ship, and we started this whole Detours journey with cruises on the NCL Getaway about a year and a half ago. But this time we're gonna do it a little bit different, and we're gonna start on the bottom floor, work our way all the way to the top. So let's get going. This area I'm in right now is Illusionist. This is where they hold shows, and we played bingo in here and watched a magic show and some other entertainment, but it's not somewhere you're gonna see a lot of. I kind of wish I could make this my studio setup at home. Oh, pretty cool. Now, this area here is guest services and the main little atrium center area. This is exactly where you're gonna board the ship, and the first thing you're gonna see. You can book all of your shore excursions over here at this desk. Onboard services and guest services are at this desk. And the first bar on the ship is right here. And then you find your way over to Starbucks. I'm gonna get a coffee so we can do this even better. On the opposite side of this is Perspectives, where you can get all your photography and do group shots and family shots. And also the internet cafe. If you don't have access to the internet but you need to contact somebody, come down here. And this is where you enter into the center of the ship, which is the part that blows everybody away. Oh, and when they're doing photography, they're gonna have cameras set out here too, so you can get your little pictures with your couples and stuff. And as you walk into the atrium, you're gonna hit Headliners, which is the comedy club. They do a bunch of performances. Also the dueling pianos. Right in the center of the ship, you can go to La Bistro's, which is one of the paid dining areas. And for one of our free packages, we use the restaurant right next door to La Bistro's. Now, in my opinion, this is the best restaurant on the whole ship. Yes, it is a paid option. Yes, it's $59 a person if you don't have it. But teppanyaki is amazing. Now we're heading into the most useless part of the ship that I know of, and this is the paintings and art gallery. And as you get to the back of the ship, you're gonna run into Mix Bar, which is between Taste and Savor, and these are considered main dining rooms. You can just come down, schedule at any time, just say, hey, I'll take the next chair available. And the only differences I know with this is the actual colors of the seats. So moving on, I wanted to show you this. This is the 678 Ocean Place, because most of the stuff in the ship that's indoors is on these 3 floors. Tropicana room is going to be your main dining hall for the whole ship. They did dinner performances, swing dancing and line dancing by the group that does Burn the Floor, which is one of the major shows they do on this cruise line. The center section of Deck 7 is the casino, which you're really not allowed to film in. Is right on the edge of it is the Noodle Bar right here, which is super popular, and the line will be all the way down every night. And you have another bar. Right next to the bar is Bliss, which is an 18 and over club, and they have these really cool entrance, and you have this really cool club, but every night there's a dance club and a party. Oh, and another bar, of course. As we head out of the casino, if you're looking for 24-hour food or snacks, and that's where we're at. Ocean's Bar and Grill. This is an area that pops up 24 hours a day. You have your full bar over here, and it's overlooking the center section where I said we could play all the games earlier. That's down below. Just walk up, hand your card, that will get you the next available seating. Now, if you're a show goer and love big performances, this is the place to be. So, moving on, because I'm sneaking into back rooms while everything's closed. Welcome to Deck 8 is the Waterfront. Hello, outside world and ocean. Now here's one of the greatest parts about Deck 8. You actually don't have to stay inside the ship. Yes, you can walk straight down the middle, but they have the complete waterfront that goes from basically midship all the way around the aft and all the way back up the other side. There's indoor and outdoor bars that you can hit. As you continue down the side of the ship, this is Cagney's Steakhouse on this side of the ship, and then they have another Brazilian steakhouse on that side of the ship, and Cagney's supposed to be the best steakhouse on the ship. And as we come through the aft elevators on Deck 8, we're going to head into all the shops. It's duty free, so you do save on taxes if you want that, but nevertheless, moving on. So Wasabi's is directly behind me. That's going to be all of your not cooked fish. Can't think of the word. This is your sushi restaurant right here at Wasabi. Ooh. And one of the coolest things on this whole ship is the ice bar. Stay in as long as you want. You probably won't want to stay in more than about 10-15 minutes. because like I said, it's really cool. And when I say really cool, negative 10 to damn degrees cool. So yeah, you freeze your butt sitting on the chair. By the way, the chair's made of ice, the bar's made of ice, everything in there, it's an ice bar. But there's a couple more things on deck 8 you need to see. So as we continue on deck 8, this is back at La Cocina's, which is that first restaurant we showed you the outside section. This is the inside section. And right across is the world famous Sid Normans. This is where they do some really cool concerts. And this is the exact location that me and Chelsea kind of went on our first night out together on the Getaway. And I have no clue if you really even care, but standing right back here against that pole was kind of where we had our first kiss. Okay, keep that as a secret between me and you and the 7 other people that watch this damn YouTube video. Welcome to Sid Normans. And of course, right next to Sid Normans, they have the Sunset Bar, which is a nice little seating area. And right next door to this is your actual cigar smoking lounge. No, you can't smoke cigarettes in here, but you can smoke cigars. And I'm pretty sure this is a humidor. And if my boy Connor Fuller was here, yeah, this way would be with some really good cigars. I'd let him pick because he knows way more about that than I do. So we'll skip floors 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14. We're gonna go straight to 15. Now deck 15, they're gonna have the Haven rooms, which are all a key card access. Can't really go in there, one day we'll get there. But down here we do have a barbershop, which I didn't even know Getaway had a barbershop, and the spa and the actual gym if you wanna do some workouts. I'm not. As we slide out onto the Lido deck, because when you're on a cruise, isn't this where you always want to be, is on the pool deck? Now most of the stuff on the pool deck has been closed most of this trip because the seas were rocking and the pools were splashing, and yeah, they had to close them. But know that the hot tubs are always open. Now on most cruises out here, if it's really warm, they'll have a lot of music and stuff being played out on the pool deck all the time. Outdoors was just not the place to be on this cruise. You have 2 bars over here, waves on either side, 4 jacuzzis wrapping around, which have been packed the whole cruise because it's the only warm spot. And another tip, you never need to bring towels. They always have towels handy for you. And then we get into the slides and the kids area. The first time we were on this, we went on all the slides, did everything we could. Lifeguards on duty and a splash pad that is open most of the day. And then when you get to the very back of the ship, you have another bar. This is right next door to the Garden Cafe, which is the buffet. But since we all know what food looks like, we're gonna head up one more floor, because if you're a foodie, there's tons of food. But first, my favorite spot on the whole ship is Spice H2O. This is the adults only from 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. The 90s, the 80s, the 70s parties. Every different night of the week is a different party up here from like 10:30 to midnight. They have a lazy little pool to sit in over here. They have 2 jacuzzis on the end and a monstrous screen. They do movies under the stars. I love H2O. So I'll tell you a little secret about H2O. When we walk up here on the first day, I find a bartender by the smoking lounge and I tip him like 10 bucks. And forever and always, when you walk up here, they're gonna remember you and they're gonna serve you first. Now we're gonna make our way back in. So on this side is Entourage. That is your teen kids club. Last night, they had a pile of about 15 of them here, being crazy as hell. But that's good, have fun. On this corner is your arcade. Now, be very careful if you send your kids to the arcade because, holy Lord, we played the crane machines. It was $2.17 per crane machine. It gets very expensive. And once you put your kids in there, they can just bring up that card. Also on deck 16 is the American Diner, which used to be a paid to eat diner, but now it is free to all people. For some reason, this is also the running track. I'm on a boat, it moves by itself. I don't need to run, but hey, if you do, that's your running track. And then you can get back to the fun of going on all of the slides. Oh, you can do that. That up there is your lines course, and you'll go up there and walk all over all of those things. You can actually zip line across back of the ship to get the best views of the whole ship, but it's closed this morning because of winds, and it's also like 8 o'clock in the morning. And also up there is the basketball court where they do pickleball and a few other fun jazzy things. And to finish up on the track with all these amazing water slides, I think there's 6 of them. There's 2 drop slides, there's 2 other slides on this side, and there's 2 kiddie slides. Total of 6. and then we're right back to the center of the ship with the pool and marketplace. Let me tell you, there's never a dull moment on the NCL Getaway, or maybe even go out and watch a few of the other videos, and you can see the room tour of our club balcony stateroom, and that might be what's next.